Members of the jury, the last jury I had here disagreed. I don't want you men to disagree. That case took us about 3 days to try. The lawyer wanted me to set it down for retrial. I sent him into the other part, and it will be tried again and take 3 days more. Disagreements settle nothing, you know. Keep on disagreeing, and I might just as well adjourn court and go home. All the time you give to it, all the money of the taxpayers is wasted. That is what disagreements do. I want you to exhaust every reasonable means to reach an agreement so that we will get through. When you get the case, I want you to take it up with open minds. I don't want a man to go out with the idea he knows how a case has to go. It must go his way or won't go at all. If I were on the jury and found myself in disagreement with a great majority of fellow jurors, I would immediately go to some physician or surgeon and have my head examined and see what ails me. It is right to express your views to your fellow jurors, but listen to the other fellow. The plaintiff is here asking you and me to give to her a very large sum of money. Take it from the defendant and hand it to her. Now, the law does not take anybody's money just because there is someone here asking for it. There is no presumption the person who is in court asking money from somebody is entitled to it. You and I are here sworn to do justice in accordance with the law. It becomes my province to tell you what the law is. You pass upon the facts. That is, you endeavor to find out where the truth lies. From me, you get the law governing the facts. The burden of proof is upon the plaintiff. The law assumes that that which everybody has is his. The law assumes that that coat, Mr. Foreman, that you are wearing belongs to you. If anybody comes along and lays claim to it, the law does not give it to him just because he claims it. He must come in and make it reasonably certain by the proof he offers in court that the coat belongs to him. Before the law will disturb you in the possession of that which you have, the law requires more than an even balance of proof. If the case is so uncertain that it seems just as likely that the coat belongs to you as it belongs to the other fellow, the law will refuse to interfere and leave the coat with you. The law will interfere in no case to take away from one and hand it to another, except when it appears with reasonable certainty, that is, as the law puts it, by a fair preponderance of the credible testimony, that the one demanding the property of another, or monies from somebody, is entitled to it. You must decide the case by applying the rule of the fair preponderance of the credible testimony. Now, that doesn't mean absolute certainty. There is nothing certain in this world. Now, the plaintiff assumes the burden of proof by a fair preponderance of the credible testimony that she was injured through the negligence of the defendant and without negligence on her part. The burden of proving both branches of the case rests upon the plaintiff, the one asking us to give to her the money of the defendant. Each branch of the case must be proved, as I have explained to you, by a fair preponderance of the credible testimony. No matter how negligent the defendant may have been, if she was negligent and contributed to the accident, she may not recover. That is the law. You and I are bound to do justice herein in accordance with the law. Any other kind of justice, to me, is injustice. Now, of course, you and I never heard of this case before, I suppose, taking all the negligence cases that come into this court, they would break about 50-50. There are just about as many verdicts for the defendant as for the plaintiff. I have told you what the law's conception of negligence is. Negligence is the failure to exercise the degree of care that a reasonably prudent